but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height. There'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Now here's Lee, following the miss by Taj Gibson. It's Anthony with the drive. Nice move. He stepped back and cast it up.
And not much breathing room there. The step back move gave him just enough to get it off.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Lee outside. From deep. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Lee's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. To the right side. Lee with the steal. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Puts it up off the inbound. Rose, no good. Noah kicks to Rose. Goes back up, and it's sent back by Lopez. It's stolen by Rondo. Outside Butler. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Mirotic is checked in for Chicago. Doug McDermott comes in for Rajon Rondo. The Bulls leading by 3. Wade kicks to Butler. Back to Wade. The dish now to Mirotic. Cannot hit. Anthony with the defensive effort.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Pass to Vujicic. Fires the 3, and the basket good. Vujicic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
Now, here's Wade. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Butler dishes to Mirotic. Wade passes to McDermott. Inside, here's Butler. McDermott kicks to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. McDermott dishes to Butler. Wade against Jennings. Wade passes to Butler, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop. When he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
The Knicks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
McDermott, no one around him. No good. So New York will take it the other way.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
And so here is Chicago following the score by New York. And that one's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Holiday up top. Outside for Thomas. Three-pointer. The shot is off. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Bulls lead by 1. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked about the intensity of...
I feel like we're the hungriest team.
You know, I think Joakim can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished 5, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
On the court for the Knicks, we've got Lee. Noah is out there with Porzingis. And it's Rose. And it's Vujacic in at the 3. Shot off the screen. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And guys, Courtney Lee, now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. And it's good, coming on the assist by... Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Lee goes in, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you know you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting 2 guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of games. That's a wonderful combo to have 2 great free throw shooting guards.
And the Bulls making a change here. Butler's checked in, and that one's good.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Anthony against Butler. Noah with a screen on Rondo. Rose loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Gibson with the screen on Rose. The feed to Gibson. Down low. Banked in off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 1.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Here's Anthony. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
What handle? He broke the D down to the ground with that move. You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Mirotic is checked in for the Bulls. Doug McDermott comes in for Taj Gibson. Outside Rondo. Lopez a screen. Dishes to McDermott. To the left side wing. It's rebounded by New York.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over him.
And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Lee's got 4 points in the quarter.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Mirotic. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. New York calls timeout. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
2 minutes.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big, and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
The pass to Carmelo. 1:46 left in the second quarter. Count the bucket.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
Jennings kicks to Anthony. 1:14 left in the first half of the game. Jennings can't get it to go. The Bulls have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded by Jennings. Jennings with the steal. And stolen by Mirotic.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Here's Lopez, and it's wide right. It's off the rim, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul. Sasha Vujicic is checked in for Anthony. Here's O'Quinn. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. O'Quinn's got his first bucket of the night. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
That's good. He has 6.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Now here is Holiday. There's the pick. He kicks it to Jennings. And the shot no good, a bit short. And so it's a close.
Dwayne, a couple of quick questions for you. What's your attitude right now, and what do you think will be the team's focus for the second half?
Well, I mean,
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny the Jet Smith. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He had 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw? And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just a...
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
What a game we've seen here for Butler. He has 9 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
They've got Jimmy Butler, D-Wade out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Mirotic. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
6 to shoot. Here's Butler, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clarkie came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Deep 2 from Anthony. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Anthony's got it all tied up now for New York. Back to Rondo. Snatched away. Here's Anthony. Finished off the break. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Wade outside. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence. It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Rose dishes to Lee. It's rebounded by Rondo.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Rose against Butler. Tries it from 9. Shot is off.
We're really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player. To someone you can build your team around.
Bulls trail by 4. Rondo with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Chicago calls timeout.
Derrick Rose